smoke in the sky, town burned down low. Rails went quiet, nothing left to show. The train kept passing, no help in sight. They blamed the witch cause they had no fight. Ashes and fog, the pines whisper slow. Step too close, don't you go. Shadows move where the graves stay cold. Stories left untold. Pere Cheney, plague in the pines. Death keeps whispering all the time. Pere Cheney, frozen in time. Shadows moving, can't leave behind. The curse of a witch left the town. What's the blame? Just a stranger nearby. Pere Cheney, plague in the pines. Oh, death keeps whispering through the pines. Smoke rolls, heavy sky painted gray. Ashes on the ground, memories fade away. Rails stand empty, echoes in the night. Fog in my lungs, nothing feels right. Stories whispered where the pines still sway. Ghosts of the past never go away. Step on the road, the cold bites your skin. Pere Cheney waits, don't let it in.
Hidden in North Michigan is a clearing in the woods. This field I'm walking through, you wouldn't know used to be a thriving, bustling village.
There are 22 ghost towns. Pere Cheney is one of them.
If you're thinking of a haunted cemetery in Michigan, this is exactly what you would picture. It's dark, it's secluded.
Did you just hear that?
Once that sun goes down, it just becomes a different place.
Listen.
This is the story of Pere Cheney.
Oh my god!
Plague in the Pines.
What is happening right now?
Hello and welcome to What Goes Bump Tonight. I'm your host, Riley Clark, and alongside me, as always, is
Trevor Jensen.
And as well as the rest of the crew from the Pere Cheney Plague in the Pines documentary. We got Bree, we got Ben, we got Angela, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, Tommy motherfucking Tombstone in the building.
I'm waving in silence.
In solidarity, because you are the only non-faced man today.
Can we take a moment of silence? Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We are very excited to be back live with all of you, Night Crew, and to talk about this documentary. And I think we should start off with the director, producer of this amazing documentary that will be releasing on Friday at 9 p.m. on ParaFlixx.
Be there, be square.
Tommy. So before we dive too deep into like all of the documentary, what made you want to do this documentary?
Well, I've been into film and ghost hunting for years now, but I never really made something like big, like documentary. So, I've had different ideas over the years of what I wanted to do, but this was something that just came to mind, and I kind of briefly explained this in the documentary itself, but I kind of wanted to do something that's like boots on the ground, and not only that, but like something in Michigan, because you don't see a lot of crazy documentaries coming out of Michigan. And being that pretty much everyone in the chat right now or on panel is from Michigan. So I had this idea to do this whole Pere Cheney thing. And I thought it would be the perfect idea. I felt like it was like this sort of like Blair Witch Project type deal. And these are the best people I could think to make this happen. And it just kind of, it just happened. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
We talked about it for so long. I know, like when we like first did our like, I guess like you could say collaborations or whatnot, or investigating together. Like we had always talked about wanting to do a full-blooded, movie or like something of the sort. So like it come to full fruition now. On Friday, everybody gets to see this beauty that is.
It's kind of crazy. It took like, how long was it trying to like get up there? Because like, should we talk about that? Like every time,
that's acceptable. Yes.
Every time we tried going, it was like the weirdest things. And Bree and I were just talking. Because every time we had a plan to go up, it was like, sorry, there's a flash flood. Sorry, there's going to be a blizzard. One of the times there's going to be a blizzard, it didn't even snow. So I just went up and hung out with Bree anyways.
Yeah.
The shoot got canceled for this crazy blizzard all over the news. And
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. I think it ended up being t-shirt weather too.
yeah.
It was just something somewhere was like, I'm going to put that seed of doubt in their heads.
Well,
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna let 'em go.
even throughout filming the documentary, we had issues of people being able to make it.
Yeah.
Trevor, he had to work, couldn't get out of it. Me,
Yep.
I ended up having a pancreatitis episode and I couldn't go.
So
like,
the funny thing about this was towards the end there, while editing it, like at the very end, I was talking to Ben and I was like, dude, do you realize we had like 3 different group chats for this documentary?
Oh, hell yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And ironically, at the very beginning of this documentary, we actually found the very first voice message that I sent in one of the 3 groups. And we actually used it in the documentary, which is pretty cool.
And we were surprised. It was like from what, 4 years ago?
3 or 4
I
years
feel like
ago.
longer. It feels
way
like
longer.
longer now.
It was definitely like 3 or 4 years ago.
I think it was like pushing the 4 though.
Yeah, pushing the 4 because I think it was just after I moved back to Grayling, so that would have been around that time.
It's crazy to think in hindsight how long this documentary has been in the works. Like if we consider like us being like, we are going to do this, we should definitely like be about this. Usually it's like a 6-month turnaround, not no 5-year gap.
I honestly, like, thinking back, like, I don't even think I'd even heard of this town prior
No,
to
not
like,
at all.
bringing this documentary up.
Yeah, I was completely blissfully unaware to it.
As soon as you mentioned it, I'm like, oh, ghost town in Michigan, let's go. I'm all about it.
Which is funny too, because out of everyone in this, Ben and Brianna were like the only 2 that actually had been there previously before we shot this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was wild. to think about
I
it.
always thought it's like it's on all those lists of like the top places in Michigan or whatever. So I remember one of my first conversations with Brianna ever like 9 years ago was talking about this because she's from the town, and your sister used to party out. She just told me, Brianna, after we finished filming last week, that her sister used to party out in Pere Cheney.
I didn't say my sister did. I said it was a very popular spot for high schoolers to go party.
Oh, 100% was.
In my sister's era, which is
okay.
Believe it.
I've been told the same thing since we filmed it, and got the word out that we have this documentary about Pere Cheney, and you're like, oh yeah, I used to go. I'm from there, like Roscommon area, and I used to go, Friday nights. The whole high school would go out there and like drink.
Yeah, it's in the boonies. Like there is nothing there. And
okay, so how do you feel that living out that way and having that prior experience, like helped in the documentary? Like, do you think that did it all, or it was just?
I think it was beneficial to be able to know the area and be like, oh yeah, that's because everyone was always questioning, well, what's those lights over there? It's like, oh well, that's the factory.
100%. I was definitely turned around as shit as soon as we got out there, because you're right, it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there, so it's good to know where things are, when the train's coming through, because I don't think we ever were out there when the train was coming through.
One time, yeah.
I think when we woke up the next morning, after the camping trip.
Also, to know that I don't want to sleep in the woods at night because the one time you guys did, it was way too cold. I'm like, I'm gonna go home.
Well, some of us slept. Okay, some of us.
Only you two. Only Trevor and Riley slept.
I slept like a baby.
And Caleb.
I stayed there all night. I don't know what you're talking about.
After that fire went out, I woke up though, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, I was because I grew up hearing about Pere Cheney, but I never actually went out there until I was in college. So I never even had that back. I always heard about it, friends going out there and having their cars stall on the tracks or having handprints on their windows or whatever, but I never actually made it out there.
Yep.
So yeah,
I get that.
Didn't you guys find handprints on your car before we
first time we went out there? Me and Riley went to go fly the drone, and I jumped out of the passenger side, and there were.
That didn't make the documentary, because I mean, if you think about it, the handprint thing can kind of be debunked because you are touching,
if you leave oil from your hand on a window and dust gets on it, it could theoretically leave a dusty handprint. But
dude, that's what's so crazy too, is there's so much that we shot that we didn't even include in this. We probably could have made a 5-hour documentary.
I had at least 3 hours of footage that I'll never get back because my phone corrupted, and then it literally exploded and got internal damage, and it's that's fun. Okay.
I didn't know about that.
I had to use my sister's phone after that trip because that bitch it died. The next investigation me and Riley went on, it fucking cooked the bucket and was like, I'm done. We're done here.
So that's also something I wanted to ask Ben about, or to tell about, because this documentary almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew that either, but Ben, tell them about the...
Firstly, Trevor, I would have used more of your footage if I knew that. It would have been a swan song. It would have been dedicated to Tom the Turkey and your old phone. I wish I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't even think twice about it until just now, and it's oh shit, that did fucking happen, and I lost all of that footage.
Yeah, and there was a weird thing too. In the middle, it was actually, come to think of it, it was shortly after our final trip out there. My external hard drive, I have a gazillion of these things.
Yep.
And they're all the same ones, because once I find one,
immediately I'm I can't go wrong with this one 12 times.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, my drive, it was plugged in, and I was editing Pere Cheney, and while I was exporting a different project, right? So I kind of had two things going at once. And I go to the bathroom. It was plugged in all day. And I come back, and it's still plugged in.
Oh, shit.
And my computer's saying, can't detect hard drive. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, shit.
And I kept plugging in every computer. Because my work computer, my Angela's computer. And it kept saying, so it was one of those things where a light turns on when it's plugged in and starts kind of blinking. it kept doing that. When you go in like the search, it says it's there, but it couldn't read any of the files. And I took it into like 3 different places.
Oh,
and
fuck.
The first place said, yeah, we'll have to hold on to it for like a month. And I was like, no. Next place,
No.
yeah, there's nothing you can do. You have to get a new one. I'm like, not a good answer.
No.
And then the third place was like, if you sign all these documents, we can try to do something. And I was like, that's a better answer.
I like where you go with it.
Yeah. I guess what happened was they were saying they have never seen this happen before ever, where no computer could read. They had to literally like surgery, like pull apart the drive and manually go in with like coding shit and like find files and drag it to a new one. And they set it to do it overnight.
What?
And they said it would be done in like 5 hours. They'll just do it overnight. And when they kept coming back in the morning, all their system got shut down. So they had to restart it. So it ended up taking a whole week because they had to
Holy shit.
Yeah. So long story short, I got a new drive and they said there's only one casualty. There's like only like 2 files that got corrupted and couldn't be repaired. One of them, I have no idea what it is. But the other one was at one point at Pere Cheney, Tara did a ritual in the woods, and then we kind of split up, and we were out in the cemetery in another part of the woods doing our own shit. Like we caught some EVPs. That footage of us from our angle, gone completely.
Wow.
So that's why none of that was in the film, because that was the only casualty on the drive. Funny enough, how Tara's doing the ritual.
Dude, have you ever had anything like that with your drives before?
No,
or like,
it's not. And I talked. One of the, because I took it to the Geek Squad at Best Buy of all places. It's only they were the only people willing to take my money and
The only
fuck
people
up the
who
drive.
have confidence.
And the guy, you know, is another filmmaker, and he's actually worked for the manufacturer of these drives, and he's like, "That's not supposed to happen."
Yeah.
do you think it correlates to what she was doing?
I don't know. I
have a strong opinion on that one, because we have also had very odd audio and physical like corruption of files as well, and like files duplicating themselves for no reason. But like it always seems to happen when whatever the subject matter was really heavy or energetically charged, or what we were doing we were super passionate about. And it's like, I really wonder, because what she was doing was some crazy stuff with her witch board that she made.
Well, and
with
if you remember
her own
that same night, right after that, I think like the next time, like we stopped and started filming again, we caught like the weirdest like electronic sounds, interference, like
oh yeah, that's right.
Well, look at all the technical issues we had throughout filming. Like there was more than anything I've ever filmed in my entire life, hands down.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's in the documentary, but when we were in the museum and all of the cameras just stopped working.
Yeah.
Like,
That reminds me too. I think when Tara was doing the ritual, and we were in the woods, right?
Yeah.
That's the part that didn't get saved. All my photos disappeared too.
Really?
The phone of Pere Cheney disappeared, and it wasn't until we got back to the campsite was when only like not even half of them came back. So every single
What
one
the
disappeared
heck?
for a period of time.
And this was taken on your DSLR camera, or was
Oh
it
no,
a
this
phone?
was just like on my iPhone.
But still, I find that even more weird that it was on your iPhone and it did that, because I know for a fact that every time that we've used our phones to record videos or photos or anything, we've never encountered anything slightly that weird.
It was whack. I had so many photos on my phone, like so many, and they all just disappeared. I'm like, well, fuck.
I lost it. It's gone. It's not even recently deleted.
They're not coming back. But they did some.
Bree, you lost a couple brain cells too while you were out there, didn't you?
Hey, I'm always losing brain cells, man.
I'm pretty sure that we all inhaled enough smoke standing so close to that fire that fucking cold night that at this point we're all trees.
yeah. So I would like to point out like something that is really awesome with the documentary is that we did actually locate the exact spot that the town was, and we did camp there for a night. And
Yeah, this is not just at the cemetery like most people think it's going to be about.
yeah, it's literally about the town. It's not just the cemetery. I feel like that's
Everything
a big
under the umbrella.
misconception with a lot of people out there is that we investigated the cemetery and made a documentary. It's not about that.
Nope.
It is about the cemetery, and there's a lot of information about the cemetery, but it's more or less about the town.
Yeah, we look at the town in every angle.
Literally, the cemetery is like what, Ben? Like 1/4 of the documentary?
I would put it into, I'd say 3 parts. And it's like you get 3 solid parts of every different facet of like what the town is, should have been, and was.
Yeah, and it's really spaced out and paced well, but I think like in total, maybe like 30 minutes or out of the hour 20 are spent like in the cemetery, like not counting B-roll and stuff. Which, to your point, like I don't think anyone else would have done that. Like
and that cemetery was still popping. Like that's the part that was crazy to me. Like there is plenty more to be seen from there, but I think everybody should take it upon themselves if they're avid in this field. That is a fun thing to do and see what's out there. Go check it out for yourself. It is wonderful to go walk around that place.
And I would like to say as well, if you are not sure, you're like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out on Friday on YouTube. It's not coming out on YouTube. It will not be available on YouTube. You will not find the full-length documentary on YouTube at all. It'll be exclusively on ParaFlixx. The link is down in the description, so you can find it there. Otherwise, you can just search ParaFlixx, or I'll even drop it into the chat now.
It's literally only like $5 a month. It's like hardly anything.
And I'm pretty sure there's a free trial. Yeah. So if you're not in love with ParaFlixx as a whole and you want to watch the documentary, use the free trial.
And I will say, as someone who has other stuff on ParaFlixx, so I've gone through this before, it is made to like watch on TV. So you can get the app on your TV. It's like on the Rokus, on the Fire Sticks. So you don't need to get it on your phone. And I don't know. I mean,
it's made to be enjoyed with a big sound system, a big TV.
Exactly.
And
you don't need to squint on your phone. You're not. This isn't a sit on your toilet and watch a YouTube video type of thing. You know, you can. It's made for the big screen.
You can also watch Ben's other docs on there as well.
As you should, because they're incredible.
And we're in talks about another documentary of our own as a big collective group that we'll be filming in the next year or so. So maybe get that year trial, and we might be able to squeeze it in so you don't have to pay the year trial.
Whoa. This one took us 4 years. So let's
we're going to definitely dial back the year-long thing, but like, we'll see.
So it took us 4 years to get up there. We filmed the whole thing in 6 months and edited it in 2 weeks. So it's like really kind of backwards, the whole process.
Oh, yeah. Like we said, we encountered pitfall after fucking pitfall, and it was surreal when we did finally get out there, the whole crew, and it was like, guys, we're doing this. We're really doing this.
Well, even when we did all meet up and we're finally to go, we almost just froze to death as it was. Like, we would have just died in the first place, and it wouldn't have happened at all.
We can definitely tell the story of
I think the story's worth it.
So the first night, everybody, that we went up there, we stayed in a nice Airbnb, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was quaint.
I crashed my drone.
That shot is in the doc. Did you see that shot? I cut it right before you crashed it, though.
It's an awesome power line flip, and then it hit a power line, and it went 500 feet in the air for no reason at all. Well, my gimbal was broken, and I couldn't see anything.
What's hilarious is, because we were editing, and I was, like the lead editor, but Tommy was obviously director, so he had to be there with me. So we were like doing Zoom sessions while editing, and we were watching through the rough cut, and the only shot where he's like, maybe linger on that one a little bit longer. I'm like, no, he crashes the drone. He's like, you what? I'm like, of all shots, man, where you're just like extended.
Oh god, the pure panic.
The second night we camped out there, right?
Well, the first night we still went to the cemetery, but it was like rain misting or something.
Yeah, it was
it didn't even make it into the documentary, I don't think. It was mostly B-roll that we did that.
Yeah.
Night.
I used a lot of the B-roll later in throughout, but it was hard because you guys were hearing stuff, right? It just didn't translate to the video because it was raining so hard.
Yeah, that's the hard part with microphones is like your ears are so much more hypersonic when you're there, but then the microphone themselves, like they're just not sensitive enough to pick up that. Like, I definitely heard people talking because there's another instance of that happening. Same.
Yeah, and then the second night when we actually like camped where the actual town is, like literally in the middle of town, according to the maps that I lined up with,
which were completely
Google
accurate,
Maps.
100% accurate.
Yeah, I'm literally on the dot that I.
You can literally see like the lines of the foundations for
Where the
where
railroad
the
tracks
buildings
line
were.
up exactly with the Google railroad tracks. It was wild.
Yeah, so we camped literally in the dead center of town, and it was legitimately 30 degrees that night.
No, it was
It
lower.
dipped. No, it dipped down to like 25 when we woke up and the fire was out. And I looked at my phone. It said it. Like,
What do you
it
mean
was
woke up?
18. Oh, dude, I fell asleep. I
was
literally
out.
fell asleep.
I was out.
When I looked at my phone in the middle of the night when I was trying to actually sleep in the tent, it said 17 degrees outside.
Yep,
I don't doubt that at all.
I don't either.
And
That's what I woke
Our,
up to.
we did not get enough firewood at all.
No. And me and fucking Riley went to Walmart before that. We're like, we'll buy some sleeping bags. It'll be fine. We were looking at the cheapest ones that were rated for 75-degree weather. We're like, these will be fine.
Oh, just load it up with blankets. We good.
Went to Goodwill, grabbed a couple more hoodies. We're like, yo, dog, we're fly, right? This is fine.
Yeah. And to add to all of our troubles, I didn't have any tent stakes, but luckily I was able to find 4 big rocks to put in our tent.
It's actually a good idea.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I'm so glad that I live so close. So I'm like, okay, see y'all
I'll go into
tomorrow.
warm. Yeah, after,
His head is pretty warm.
mega pile of firewood that we had gathered for like 2 hours was gone. Oh, we didn't stop getting firewood until like 4 in the morning.
No, yeah, it was bad.
And it was every 5 minutes. Hey, that's gone. We got to go get another giant pile. Fill up the
And chat,
wagon.
if you have any questions for us about the documentary, we will
Okay,
answer them as long as it doesn't spoil anything from the documentary.
100%.
So it may be a little coded, but ask away, ask us questions.
I will say too, the first night that we like camped in
Yes.
quotations, that had to been the creepiest night out of all the nights that we were there.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
agree.
It was dark. Like it had that other feeling. You know what I mean? Like there's certain places where like the creepies come out and then the really creepies come out where it's like that Vanta dark where like, dude, something else is out here with us tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it
It's-
doesn't feel normal.
It's too bad that it wasn't like a warmer, more enjoyable experience for you guys. Because I, like I said, growing up in the area, know people who did used to camp out there like every summer, and they would hear people talking at night. They'd hear like doors and windows slamming, but there's no buildings out there. So like it's unfortunate that you guys were cold and probably more focused on staying warm than like listening to the environment, because you
Yeah.
probably would have heard and maybe even seen a lot more things staying out there.
Mm.
I don't think any of the nights were warm that we stayed there.
Not
No.
necessarily, no.
Remember that second time we went? It was like in like May or June, and it was like warm most
During
of
the day.
And then as soon as we go to the cemetery at night, it's like
Burr.
Okay.
But that was another thing. Remember that? We walked in the cemetery and the temperature difference was insane. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like the cemetery is like just way colder than it is like outside of the cemetery. It was like the weirdest thing.
Temperature
So
difference.
those dweebs ask for the stuff that didn't get in. Do you have a favorite memory, moment, or experience?
Ooh, let's go around the panel because I know everybody probably has a little bit of different stuff.
I guess I will start. I guess my favorite moment. Gosh, I don't even know if I can say it.
Well, he says stuff that didn't get in.
Didn't get in. Honestly, one of my favorite things is me and Trevor went and got this cake, and it was fucking fire.
He's not lying. It was so good. Holy
It
shit,
was
it was so
Triple
good.
chocolate fudge cake, and that shit was bomb.
Now I'm pissed because I didn't even know about this cake.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I remember the peach
Adding
rings and like sour worms.
We were like, yo, we're gonna come
Well, the
back,
peach
but
rings
like we
made
need
it
to food.
Yeah, the cake didn't even make it to Pure Cheney.
No, hell no. We made it 3 feet out of the parking lot, and I was like, dude, I'm cracking mine open. Ooh. All right, for me,
The drone's fine. The drone's fine.
the
But
drone,
it-
yeah, the drone is still in great working
I
condition.
fixed
We've
it.
used it 100 times now too. God. So
Oh,
I
that
think
was fire too. The 4 a.m. soup was fire.
I was gonna say the soup was
Was
fire. Holy shit. That's what I'm trying to think though, is like the experience for me was like getting to be with everybody and like to camp out and hang out with everybody. Like the investigation was amazing. Like always is whenever we get together and get to do these videos. But like realistically, I haven't smiled and laughed that hard at inside jokes and just wisecracks and just like good all around wholesome fun with like good friends in a really long time. And that was seriously some of the best. There's many inside jokes that are going to live forever after this.
100%.
And I like how some of them, wait, actually, not a lot of them made it in, but we created
A few.
some the doc is the personality comes through, and you can tell we're having fun, even though we're taking it seriously.
That's what I love most about it too, is like everybody is such a character, and you encapsulated it so well when you put it all together, and it's like, oh, magnifique.
What's your favorite memory or moment that didn't make it in, Bree?
Oh geez.
Oh geez.
This is a hard question because there just so much happened.
It was a labor of love.
Yeah. I'm so like super happy with and excited about this whole thing just because, like I said, I've known about Pere Cheney my whole life, and most people just know it as, oh, it's that haunted cemetery that's out in the woods. Used to be a ghost town, but nobody knows anything beyond that. Like, there's the couple things you see online, and just the fact that we were able to do such a deep dive on it and find things that people haven't even heard about before, or and find some things that was absolutely awesome for me, and also like to be able to share that with my local community one day once it's released. So
one day is in 2 days, Bree.
yes, I know. It's one day.
A million years from now.
Actually, I suggest we hold off and debut this in 4 years from now. Let's every time
we'll do it on the anniversary.
Postpone.
I can actually I can elaborate on Tara's story here. So
Yeah.
me, her, Bree, and Caleb, the cameraman, went out to the railroad tracks to see if we could find anything there. We actually had something crazy happen while we were there that didn't make the doc, while you were wearing those hunting earmuffs that I remember very vividly, because I believe I had heard what you heard, but you heard it way louder. And we heard somebody step in the railroad rocks, like right next to us, like they'd hopped off the train. That was super creepy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. It sounded like someone hopped off the train, like a ghost train had arrived, and they hopped off and landed in the gravel. And like we were communicating with something. Like I was using the dowsing rods, and we were talking back and forth. And I think we had the Phasma box on, and it was talking about the train coming, and then it obviously came and someone hopped off. It was definitely a highlight that didn't make it into the doc.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's one of the things I forgot to include that. So I apologize. If and when we do an extended cut of it, that's the number one like deleted scene, so to speak, that like
bravo
is pretty much edited and like ready to go. And I think that's like probably the best captured and filmed one that translates well. And it's just because also right after that too, Riley, do you even remember you were hearing voices and you're like, if I hear voices again, I'm just going to assume that's Tommy. And then Brian, who's wearing the headphones, is like, Tommy wasn't talking. I didn't hear any voices, and no one heard any voices.
I kind of vaguely remember that. Yeah, I remember they were like coming from their direction, so I was just like in my mind, like saying, "Oh, I'm just hearing them over at the fire." But then when she said she couldn't hear them, I was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, too, the thickest woods were between you guys and where we were, and unless we were like legitimately howling, you were not hearing anything we said.
Oh yeah, you were a good 1,000 yards from us.
Yeah, it was a good walk to get to those train tracks, to just get to the cemetery, which was like another
It was
2,000
like a 10-minute, no, maybe not 10, but about 5-minute
Oh.
walk from the camp.
from
to the
from
train
camp
track.
to the cemetery was about
More than
10
5
minutes.
minutes.
I thought
It
was
felt like an
longer than
it felt like
10.
an hour. So
Yeah, I
crazy.
I
know.
was thinking a good 22 minutes.
To the cemetery, maybe, yeah, but not to the train track.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
no,
Those
that's
train
good.
tracks were wild too.
But yeah, Caleb was absolutely terrified in that moment. Absolutely terrified. He was like, "Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back."
Shout out
Well,
to
and
Caleb.
like Caleb also was the type where he's like, I don't know how much I believe in this stuff.
I was gonna say, isn't he a non-believer?
Yeah, he's basically a non-believer, but after that investigation
Well,
and everything, he's like, what
This was
fuck?
the first time he's really ever been a part of like a paranormal type thing. So,
Which
it was
I
a-
think is also wonderful that we got to have him like there for all of that too, basically, where it's like, brother,
No,
you're witnessing what we witness, and what do you think?
seeing him scared made me more scared.
Yeah. It does that.
And like, I will be honest, like Pere Cheney is one of those places that actually did make me a little fearful. And as you guys know, like, I don't really get scared at a lot of locations. And that place really has you on edge. Like, you are looking over your shoulder and you're like
There was a lot of that.
looking where you normally wouldn't look, and you're like double taking, and
I made sure my
has
head
a
wasn't by the
different
10 edge.
vibe around it. And I really do think it's because of the energy of what happened to the town and the people there, and how scared they were and isolated, and like how far they were from all of the other established towns in Michigan at the time. Like, I really do think that like that energy translates like palpably in person while you're there, especially once you get past like midnight and deeper into the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a shift happens when it gets dark out there.
And then those yotes come out and it's a whole different vibe.
Shit. I could tell
Oh,
them,
shit.
right? Like you can see on the footage, like there are moments where, because you're so calm and like cool and collected, I feel like just like naturally.
Mhm.
So for you, like some of the facial expressions, and you're just like looking at Caleb, like what the fuck
Well,
is
look at the
happening?
trailer.
And like you
Look at
can
the
see your
trailer.
eyes, like
Yeah, there was times when that first night that we camped there, we were doing Estes methods, and Tara was under, and the shit that she was saying was just so like spot on to the questions we were answering, and the response time was so quick that I was like, there's like in my head I was like, she has to be hearing us, but then I know what she's hearing, and there's no way she's hearing us. And I'm like, how in the hell is this happening? And it just makes you think it's like it has to be something paranormal, because she has no idea what we're talking about. Then there's the weird shit that happens with my camera that you'll see in the documentary that even like makes it even more terrifying because of what my
Yeah.
camera captures when it malfunctions. Is just
People are gonna think that's like
Dude,
so
no.
full of shit, but it's not.
No,
Like it's crazy.
it's raw video. Like,
We've
I
used
was-
this equipment so
sent
many
in the
times.
chat, and I was like, Ben, make sure you watch this full fucking video, because I don't know what happened at the end.
Nope.
Like, I don't.
Well, you said that, and then I was like, okay, I expected to like hear something, but then I like the next day when I actually was like got around to watching it, I sent it back to you. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Did you know that? And you're like, that's what I told you to look out for. And I was just like, I couldn't have conceived. It was just so weird.
Right, because it was like a 25-minute long clip.
Well, yeah, because you had like 2 or 3 angles, because we split up at the time. So me, Tommy, Trevor, and Angela, we were in the cemetery at the same time. So we had like 2 or 3 angles that we had, including your phone, rest in peace. And then you guys had a few. Also, how weird is that his phone died and then yours malfunctioned?
Yep. And
you
we
guys
don't
both-
usually have that.
Yeah, it's so and it has to be because of the town. That's what I've like. I've come to the conclusion all that stuff is because of the town.
Well, should
Yeah,
we
'cause-
mention too that not only was the Estes method lining up exactly with what you guys were having happen around the fire, you can see in the film the stuff we were having. You know, how far away was that cemetery?
Like a mile.
A mile
Yes,
away.
Definitely
A long way.
And what we were having, EVPs we were capturing. Every time something would happen to us, the same thing or a similar thing would happen to you.
Connected somehow.
Or connected somehow. And it's not really edited. Like, it all happened pretty much exactly how it was played out in the film. Like maybe like if we got an EVP or something, and then like a minute later something happened to you guys, it's like, okay, maybe I condensed down that minute.
Yeah, cut the
gap.
fluff is what
Not
I
even
call it.
minutes. Like you guys were talking about how it was within seconds.
Yes,
sometimes.
so, most of it was within seconds, like exactly. And the most I even chopped off was like a minute of just downtime. So it's pretty much exactly how you see it is how it was in terms of experience. And it's like, how is that even possible?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite parts of the doc is when we're split up and the timestamps are matched of like the two things happening at the same time and like how they're even correlating, but yet we have no idea what each other are talking about. And it's just like it makes everything so much stranger. And I remember when we all got back to the fire and we started talking and all of
the
our
fucking
stories
energy.
lined up. We were like, what is going on right
You
now?
could just
Like,
feel that fucking energy when everybody was talking about it, and then everything started fucking striking together, and everybody was like, "No, you're kidding! Stop! No way!"
And this was the very first night we all got together to investigate. Literally.
Yeah.
Then we got addicted and went back like 3 more times in the span of like 2 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to talk about? Is the
What?
monster that you saw, Trevor? On your
Yeah,
right?
that fucking train tracks. There's something about that place. Also, I will preface like this too. I do believe that those deep woods out there might hold more than what the Pere Cheney story that we touched on holds to. Like, so like if there's native things out in those woods, like it would make sense. So I was looking down the train tracks, like just random as hell. I think we were walking from the cemetery back after we had just had a crazy experience and we were hearing a bunch of coyotes howling and stuff. So already on edge. And I looked to my left, which would be down the tracks, straight down, and there's a building. And I mean, this building is probably like, no joke, 1.5 miles away, if not even more than that. And you can see there's a little light on the top of the building that illuminates the side of the building and just a little bit of a puddle around it. Well, as I'm looking down there, I can see like a really big shadow blotting out that light until it's like almost underneath the light itself. And then I think about it and I'm like, that's probably a warehouse for the tracks that's housing big industrial equipment. That is probably a 15, if not 20-foot ceiling. What could be blotting out that much? And like you could clearly see it moving across. And I just kind of like played it off like I'm already kind of on edge, guys. Like I see that, you see that? Yeah, I see that. All right, let's keep going. That was creepy. And yeah,
I was terrified at those train tracks.
That's what I felt like too. Where it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's not paranormal. That's cryptid shit. Like that's like either like Bigfoot, like that's a Wendigo, or like that's a skinwalker. Like I don't want anything to do with that right now. When I know I'm gonna go sleep in a tent that's like really paper thin.
I want to talk about when we were at the train tracks. Trevor, you weren't there for this, but it's when we tried the second ritual at the train tracks, and the train tracks like did that heat adjustment or whatever they were doing with like when it gets colder at night, because it was pretty hot that day, and it made the sign like go crazy. Do you remember that?
Rattle and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And we all just freaking lost it. We were like, what the hell was that? Oh my God. And then it kept happening. We were like, okay, actually, it's just something natural.
We didn't
remember
use
it was
any
the
of the
stop
train
sign.
track footage, did we?
Yeah.
Like in the doc, there's like we didn't use any of it.
Yeah, I forgot. Like I said, I
We
forgot.
went over it.
Wait, you forgot?
I forgot to include that one part. But
Honestly,
Also,
I forgot
talk
too, to be
about it.
honest. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
Amazing.
the film was so long. We touched on so much. That's going in the extended cut. But we talk about the tracks, of course, because they play such a role in the history, and it's the same tracks that connect to the museum, which we investigated in. But yeah, that part where you guys were out in the tracks and heard someone jump off, and it kept saying like trains coming. That's going to be in the extended cut.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you want the 1:30 long video?
Do you want the 5-hour long documentary?
Do you want the raw edit?
If
I
we
think
go
another
back 5 more
cool
times.
I think another cool part, you were talking about like parts that did get included. I mean, it's semi kind of cool, but it was just the weirdest coincidence.
is the first time that Tara and I went there, it was like there was still snow on the ground. I think it was like March. Actually, just kind of posted about that today. So we go there and we gather all this like material to make this like Ouija board thing that we made specifically for the documentary. So like, you know, we document us going up to the cemetery, like driving up and everything. It's in the doc. Well, anyways, beyond that, like it was like after we got done at the cemetery, we just stopped at this gas station to get gas because I was like, holy shit, there's a gas station here. So I walk in. True. And there's some guy, the clerk, whatever, and I kind of talked to him for a second. And I was like, yeah, we're out here. We're starting to shoot this documentary about Pere Cheney. And he's like, oh, really? And he's like, I don't know if he said it was his wife or girlfriend. He's like, yeah, my wife or girlfriend is like really into that. She would have a lot to say about it. I was like, oh, really? She's like, you know where she's at? And she's like, or he's like, I'm not really sure. And then she just walks in. He's like, well, there she is. I was like, oh, shit. So I start asking her, and then she begins telling me like that so there's this like background story about like this guy that like shot at these kids at Pere Cheney. Like everyone talks about it around there. Yeah. Well, apparently that was her like ex-boyfriend or something.
Oh fuck.
She like tells me about this, and I run out to the car. I'm like, Tara, grab the fucking camera. I gotta film this.
Grab the fucking camera.
So I film it. That actually didn't end up being in the documentary either. But that was just like another like what the fuck moment. And like I just so happened to run into this gas station,
and that happened.
And then this girl tells this story about like that. Like it was just wild.
The fact that she walked in after he's like, I don't know where she is.
Yeah, she was on a snowmobile.
That's even crazier. She's out there just ripping, and she's just like, I'm gonna go hang out with hubby for a minute. So what's up, hubby? Oh, there she is.
Okay, but that's why you gotta love small towns, because like
that is the best.
Like literally everyone knows something about Pere Cheney, knows someone who's had something happen. Like,
oh god, yeah.
There's not a single person I know growing up that didn't have an experience at Pere Cheney or knew somebody who had an experience.
I mean, even just going into town now, everybody was so fucking nice. It was awesome. It was like, oh dude, you could be my fucking grandparents. Like, you are so genuinely awesome. Like, I could talk to you for hours.
That's why I feel like this documentary means a lot, because I feel like it just deserved to have a documentary. Like no one has done like this much in depth.
No justice has been done to this place. Yeah. I don't think so.
And I think the biggest part is like the history, the buried history that we uncovered that no one knows about, and objects from the town that nobody knows about. Like we got to use them in the documentary. They're in the documentary. You'll see like real artifacts from the town itself inside of the documentary. I think that like most people, if they go investigate there, they're going to focus on the cemetery, right? Like,
well,
that's where all the ghost stories are.
Like, look at how cool everybody was when Tommy brought it up, right? Everybody that we talked to seemed like once they realized that we were doing right by the story and trying to do exactly what was like meant to be done for this entire town for many years to come, they all wanted to help so very much. And everybody that helped us along the way made this possible. And it's like, shout out to them for fucking sure. Because without them, we would have had a lot harder time to make sure that this fit as well as it did.
100%.
You know what I'm thinking about just now? Do you think maybe some part of like we kept getting delayed, you know, and it took 4 years
it was meant to?
They're like, hold on. Like,
it's not ready yet.
Not time yet. Because you can see in the trajectory of filming, the first time we went up there, we interviewed the Historical Society, and they said things that 3 months later turned out to be incorrect because of discoveries they made while we were filming.
It's waves. We had to catch it on the good wave, and we caught that big surge, and we rode that fucker.
Because you can even hear like the big discovery that we made historically, or that happened while we were up there filming, and we were eavesdropping on it being discovered. You see literally 3 months before I have in the doc them saying like that's not a real thing.
Yep. And then Guess what?
And like we're not even just like hyping up. Like we are 100% serious that we uncovered history that no one knew about this place while researching and filming this documentary, which I think is awesome because we may not have caught the full body apparition that we all inspire to capture, but I think we caught something that is just as good, and that's groundbreaking history. That
We are now historians.
I remember telling Ben, I was like, bro, we got to keep going back till we get this apparition. And he's like, and then after seeing all the footage and going over it, I was like, dude, this is like perfect.
I really
like,
do think you can see
it
one.
tells a story like from beginning to end. The storytelling's great. And the other crazy thing is like a couple times like Riley couldn't make it, Caleb couldn't make it. But like when you watch it, you don't even notice that. That's what's crazy.
It's so seamless.
Because I forgot I was watching through. I'm like, oh, Riley wasn't in that one shot. Oh, because he wasn't there that whole shoot. Wait, he wasn't there that whole shoot?
Yep. And then same where it's like Riley's there. Wait, where the fuck is Trevor?
I will say though, like the ending wouldn't have been the ending if it wasn't for like the incredible drone shots that kind of bookend the film, because I really love how it sets up. It's really like the cemetery is coming out of the woods and it starts off in the clearing, then it ends in the clearing. And the thing we find at the end, to be able to get those sweeping drone shots and really this undiscovered thing that no one has ever seen or knows exists, and to be able to see it from angles that even if you go there, you won't be able to see it in such a majestic way, and really capturing it, because who knows how long it'll still be there. So to be able to document history in that way was really incredible, and I think deserves a shout out.
Yeah, kudos for sure. You know how nice it is to have that for our videos where I just like sit back and go ahead, pilot, take me on a journey.
Wait, also, Trevor, was there one time that you didn't come?
Yeah, I had to work and I couldn't get it off, and Riley had already left, and I was like, there's no way my card's making it. It was the time that
the second time
all the camera equipment decided to like fuck up on you guys.
I remember this. Like what?
He wasn't at the museum.
Crazy.
Yeah,
at the museum. But he was at the museum.
No,
I was the second time when we did interviews and stuff.
That was first.
Okay.
You see, it's all spliced together. You can't tell.
Yeah. See, even I'm like confused. That's crazy.
I thought the same thing when I watched it. I was like, Riley was there. Wasn't I there for that? No, I don't think I was.
Well, it feels like everything happened in one night.
Yeah, because that when we went back to the museum, stuff correlated with the first time, so I cut back a flashback, and then you were obviously there in the flashback. So
yeah, I heard my voice and I was like, oh hey.
Yeah, you couldn't even tell. Like you literally couldn't even tell that people were missing, which is wild.
It also like it just bodes to how well we all work together too, because like it's so we all work very well as a unit. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody just jives so well together. Everybody investigates like in much the similar ways where like everybody can ask similar questions and nobody jumps on each other. Like it's a great time to investigate, we guys.
I remember Tara, that cabin. me, Tara, and Riley stayed in there, and because there wasn't bathrooms in there, so I remember like the night going out of the cabin like on the little deck and just pissing off the deck because I was like, I'm not walking all the way over there to their bathrooms. There's like bears and shit out here. It's terrifying.
Shit. I still 4 a.m. soup was so good though. Like Tara's right.
What, the broccoli cheddar soup?
Yeah, coming back after that investigation to that little Airbnb where I slept on that couch bed. Oh my god, that soup hit so good after that sleet we were in the whole night.
And like you said, that's like the other best part is like just like hanging out like out in the woods and like vibing and shit.
Yeah, because we all just got to like relax for a while and like check out of like, you know, whatever was going on. It's like, I like your guys' vibe a lot.
Even though we wouldn't get back to like 3 or 4 in the morning or some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, it was always butt ass late, and it's like, I'm not ready for bed and I'm gonna talk for at least another hour. Are you going to bed? Because you're gonna hear me talk.
I mean, it's crazy, like just hanging out, like you were saying. I didn't even know Tommy was an outdoorsman until we started.
Yeah, I'm very big
into. I'm not really totally sure.
I've been doing it for like 20 years of my life.
God, you're so good at it too.
I'm like Bear Grylls, basically.
This man can't sleep in pitch black either. If Tara was here, I know she'd have something to say about that.
We even rented an
I
RV
was
just
gonna
to,
say.
just to prevent him from having to sleep in a tent again.
And
And,
he couldn't even handle that.
even then,
These are lies.
Too
I don't know what
stale
you're
and
talking about.
stagnant.
It's too dark in here. Whack. Oh fuck.
I don't know. I don't remember this. I don't recall.
and then
this, so.
we were in this RV. We're all like sleeping on like the floor. Poor Kayla.
Oh, I slept in a straight up chair.
You did. You did.
And Tommy was like, "I need the only bed." And then he fucking couldn't even sleep there. And then he was tossing and turning so much he broke the window.
He did.
This motherfucker.
I don't know how I broke the window though.
Then he
Like,
go
Because
down
it
the
was pitch
stairs.
black, and you were like, "I need some air. There's not enough air in here. It smells like stale camper." And you tried to open the window, and you were like, "It's too dark in here. How the fuck does anybody sleep in darkness?"
oh my God.
The black and white king can't sleep in darkness. Imagine that.
No, I can't. It's
Oh,
really
dude,
scary.
I was fucking crying tonight though. I was like literally just like this, just hearing it's too fucking dark. Oh my god.
But chat,
change
please
the
ask,
subject.
please ask more questions if you have any that we can go over the answer for you.
People might ask, like, did you guys see any crazy like wildlife out there? I will say one of the cool things that we saw. Remember that porcupine that we saw?
Yeah, that was dope, dude.
I've
That
never
was
seen one in
huge.
person before. That was pretty nuts.
Dude, I almost stepped on that fucking thing because Riley was like, "Watch out for that porcupine," and I looked down and I was like, "Whoa!"
How big are your strides?
Dude, I'm 6'1". I walk like a giant.
We did see a snake too. Remember that little snake by my Jeep, or was it by your car, Riley? That little snake.
I'm gonna flip it. Smart.
I know you got to remember that.
I remember the snake. I don't remember whose car it was by.
But yeah, we saw a snake, a porcupine. But all these bear encounters that everyone witnesses there, never saw one bear.
No,
I
not
was
even
kind of a
like
little
bears there?
disappointed, to be honest.
Bree,
Oh,
what
yeah,
are the
yeah,
odds
at
of
the
seeing a
cabin.
bear
Yep.
over there?
It's not a big
Very
population.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
cabin,
no,
they're like, we
I
see them
mean,
all the time here, and we just
there's-
never saw it.
There's a couple bears, like more people in the residential area. Like, well, I'd say residential, but more on the outskirts of town have like a couple bears that people like know regularly, see them out in their yards. But there isn't a very big bear population. I mean, I've lived here my whole life, and I have never seen a bear. So
What?
yeah,
That's
I've
wild.
seen one wild
I've
bear.
I've
have
had
seen
bears.
one wild bear.
Yeah, I've had a bear steal my bird feeder,
That's
but
wild.
like I've never actually seen a bear.
How dare that?
I know. I found it. I actually found it like a year later.
What? You're
Yeah.
just walking through the woods and you're like, "Hey, that's my bird feeder."
Yeah, like it was like a half mile down in the woods and like down in a creek, and I'm like, oh hey, that's mine.
Interesting.
Didn't you find that like shovel out in the woods there?
Oh yeah, I did
Oh
find.
my
the shovel.
God.
I
Oh
still
my
have
God,
that
that's right.
So weird.
Someone
like,
was
brand
definitely
new.
like metal detecting out there trying to find some artifacts, and they left their really nice shovel, and I'm like, this is mine now.
This is mine.
Yeah, it was
One thing-
like brand new.
It was a
One thing
brand
I
new
thought-
little tiny shovel, and I use that thing all the time.
Hey,
One thing I thought
what-
was
do you think we might get like trolls in the comments now? Like, don't watch this movie. They stole my fucking shovel.
Hell no.
These motherfuckers can't be
I
trusted.
don't know what you're talking about. What shovel?
What shovel?
What shovel?
Can we retroactively bleep this whole conversation? I don't want to. We're incriminating ourselves here.
Nah, the internet saw it. We're here.
but one thing that I think is really cool about where the town was is that you can still see where some of the buildings were. Like you
Yes.
can see the indents in the ground. You can even find like a couple cement foundations out there. So like
Fuck yeah.
there is still artifacts, I'm sure, to be found by
Mhm.
like metal detecting.
Can I say
out.
one of the creepiest things?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the only thing I'll say. One of the creepiest artifacts that we were able to be around and kind of like use to investigate, I guess, per se, was like these real teeth
that were found.
And I didn't even know were right in front of my face.
That's one of my favorite parts. Yeah. Tommy's like, yeah, there's these teeth. And you're like, wait, there's teeth? And then Tommy's like, yeah, you didn't see there's teeth? It's just like,
They're literally right in front of me.
I just had to point that one out because I thought that one was really cool.
I mean, shit.
I thought the gun is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But we got most activity around the spoon.
I will say too that the historical society that we worked with was haunted as shit.
Yeah, 100% was.
It was out of this world.
Yeah, next level type of what the fuck.
And like we were saying too, like this documentary would have probably never happened if it wasn't for that historical society. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
If
you're ever in Grayling, just swing by the Grayling Museum. It's a lost wonder that people don't stumble across very often because it's like on the outskirts of town. But it's kind of downtown, but it's not like where people usually travel to.
Yeah.
It's like off the beaten path, but it has so many awesome historical facts in it and like items, and just it has such great history. And I believe it's like just donation based and also dog friendly, so you can bring your pets in there too.
Yeah, and it is the only place to see actual artifacts from Pere Cheney.
Yes. If you are interested, go there, please.
It is. Yeah. I guess I didn't say it, but it's the Crawford County Historical Society or Historical Museum.
In general, it's probably the best historical society I've ever worked with. Just they're so nice there, and
100%.
It's incredible, and they're so helpful.
Shout out Gail.
Gail's
shout out Gail.
She's a dime.
Dime indeed.
And what she also pointed out was there's 21 other ghost towns in the county.
I didn't even know about that.
I didn't either. It's all so new to me.
So yeah, we have 21 more documentaries to do.
How close was what was the closest one to Pere Cheney? Was it really? I don't even remember.
Brianna's been to one of them before, right?
Yeah, I went. There was a different one I've been to, but that one's in the opposite direction of Pere Cheney. That one was Duard, and all that's left of that one is like the stone foundation of an old sawmill.
That you know of.
That I know of.
No.
It was also raining when I went out to go and check it out. So
sounds like Pere Cheney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make this like a PSA too. For anyone that goes out to Pere Cheney, okay? Like if you watch the documentary, you're like, oh, this, and you've never been there, you're like, oh, I got to go out there now. Or if you have been there, if you happen to walk out in the woods and you see a giant pentagram, that wasn't us. That's all I'm going to say.
We found some weird shit out there.
Wasn't us.
What weird shit?
What weird shit?
We found those candles by on the railroad tracks too.
Oh yeah, those were really weird. Yeah, those were weird. I forgot about that too.
Yeah, there is a lot of people spray penning pentagrams like on the rocks of the train tracks, which is
that was really lazy though. It's kind of lazy.
Really lazy.
You should
they didn't take time to put like make an actual pentagram out of like rocks and stuff. Like
yeah, and like put them in a wagon.
Yeah, why use spray paint when you can use blood?
Do you have any diabetes prickers? I mean, I feel those are.
You think that how long are you gonna be at that? I was thinking it's a little bit slice and.
I will say too,
you don't want to be safe.
Yeah. Just a warning though, like there's a lot of weird people that go out to Pere Cheney at night, like that pull up there. Like we experienced a lot of like interesting
that's the
folks.
other thing. Yeah, it is part of the documentary that didn't make it because people were hanging around us.
They were so interested, which 100% I get it, 100%. But we are
to like lay out
in the woods.
To lay out the epitome of like some of the kind of people who come out to Pere Cheney. The one time Ben and like when you guys had to cancel and Ben came out and we just filmed a little bit and did a little quick investigation. A whole group of side-by-sides came up. And the first thing one of the guys did when they hopped out of the side-by-side was humped the sign.
I
They
remember
didn't
Ben
see
telling
us.
me this.
We were behind that big tree.
They
And-
probably
So I don't
They
think they saw us.
No,
but,
they didn't.
We definitely saw them. And
Are you sure it wasn't Trevor?
Nope. I don't hump signs.
Oh,
yeah, the ghosts also did not appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw it was a headstone.
yeah. Well,
remember
yeah.
hearing
Yeah.
it as a
Then they
headstone.
started walking around. They were just humping in the air.
Yeah,
They were just being
They were-
menaces.
My
yeah,
thing is
they were
everybody-
definitely drunk.
Everybody
Um,
pulls up the same way though. They pull up, they roll their window down, they see the lights, and they go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
They see
Oh.
like 7. So we got all these cameras, lights, equipment, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I
And
don't
then as
know.
soon as we tell them it's a documentary, they're like, "Oh shit, really?"
And then they get out.
That one couple too that came up and they came up to me. They're like, "Oh, you filming?" And I'm like, "Not anymore. You're right in front of my camera." They're like, "What are you filming?" I'm like, "What do you think? We're in a haunted cemetery. Have you heard of this place?" Yeah, it's Pere Cheney. So what do you think I'm filming?
No, wait. Tell them about the time lapse that I tried to
was
get
gonna
like 5
say.
times.
And then
Oh,
he
we're gonna
sets up
walk
a
around.
time lapse, and he's like, there's a marker like, "Don't pass this tree or you block my shot." And he has to set it for like what, an hour?
Yeah.
An
I
hour.
feel like I attempted this like 3 times at least.
Yeah, and this is like the third time's a charm. Like, don't let anyone pass it this time. Then this old couple comes. They drive
They weren't
up.
that old.
They're an
though.
older couple. They're in like
Uh.
50s, 60s maybe. And they start walking, and they're like, they used to live in the town, and they moved away. And they're like, "Remember over here? We used to come out here with Jimmy." And they're just reminiscing, and then they're just going right towards that tree.
They're walking.
I really wanted to slit their throats. Like I
And
was
no one said anything. They all just death stared at me. Like, I need to go to this old couple. And then the
What's
guy,
on you, Ben?
he looks right over to where the time lapse is, and he goes, "Oh, I remember that spot. Let's go over there." And I had to run over and be like, "Hey, you're not going
at this
over
point
there."
I'm loading the 12 gauge as they're walking over to the shot.
It was like
But
a
it
last
happened
minute
so
thing. Ben's like
frequently.
running over there and like cops right in front of them. You're like, "No, wait."
Ben did save the shot though. Like technically he did save the shot. It was still
Yeah, and
usable.
we're not poo-pooing anybody going out there. It's just
Some
you-
people, you know,
you
well,
know
I mean,
what we're doing.
yeah. You also shouldn't be drinking and driving. So
That was the
how
other
many
thing is
times people
every
get out there?
single person that hopped out that whip was
Or
You
had a
guys
beer
are-
in their hand.
Oh,
yeah, basically. Which I mean, whatever. Like we are 5 miles deep in the woods, and you guys are technically 2-tracking because there is another 2-track that goes even deeper. But like,
it's still illegal.
it's still illegal. It's also like,
It's
dude,
a
if you
motorized
go-
vehicle.
Yeah, if you go ripping through there at midnight while we're out here going,
Also, like, I've heard all these stories that people are like, "Oh, but like the cops get called on us." We didn't see
No.
one police officer the
No.
entire time we filmed there.
the one officer is in town dealing with the drunkers leaving the bar. There's no way we're gonna get fucking calls.
But that's also why you are responsible when you go
Yes,
out
a
too.
fucking
Like you aren't
1000%.
going out. We weren't going out there to party and drink.
No,
we were,
yeah.
You know, we were filming an actual documentary. But you know, there are still
Not
kids out
everybody
there now
does.
nowadays that do go out there to drink and party and
And
do
unfortunately,
those
that's
things.
what led to the ultimate demise of the cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
will
the
say,
sad
speaking of
truth.
cops, the one fact, you know, that I didn't include because I didn't want us to like, I didn't want him to see it, was I guess the old sheriff in town stole a skull and he used to drive around with like
What?
the skull he graved
That
around Pere Cheney. Gail, the historical society, told us about this. And I didn't put that in.
I
'cause
forgot
it's so
about that.
high.
I told you about this before that.
Yeah,
I, know, I
I
forgot
didn't
all
want it.
about it.
I didn't know if he still like could arrest people. I didn't want him to like see this in a doc and be like, "Fuck
I
these
know.
kids! I never did that." And like,
Plot twist, it's
Statute of
not
limitations,
the live
bitch.
Oh, I want to give another shout out, and I can't believe you haven't mentioned him. But like another reason this documentary just slapped so hard, I want to give a shout out to Chad Lewis.
Chad, hell yeah, he absolutely was instrumental
Phenomenal.
in the dialogue of
So
and the story of.
if you don't know who Chad is, he's like an author and lecturer.
He goes to all these paracons. He's written so many books. He's done written about Pere Cheney. That's one of the biggest reasons you know how I actually got him to be in this? Do you remember?
Oh.
No.
I was on a Reddit and I was asking for people to interview. This was like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago.
That's so crazy.
And one person commented on the Reddit. They're like, you should talk to Chad Lewis. He's written about Pere Cheney. So I hit him up and then he responded and we interviewed him. But he's been on like the Travel Channel. Like the dude's legit. Like
he's done a lot
for like hours. He's a very good speaker.
Oh yeah, and he like you can tell in the doc too, like how versed he is in Pere Cheney too. Like it's like, that's crazy.
I asked him. I was like, are you surprised at all that like of all the places you've written about, like these, we would ask you about like this random place in Michigan because he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You know? And he was like not surprised. Like, and he was like genuine about it. He's like, this place, everyone hypes it up. You know, they hyped it up for me for years before I even went out there. So
that's wild because a lot of groups that we have interacted with that are in Michigan as well, we're not so versed in that one either. Just like how me and Riley hadn't heard of it until you guys brought it forth to the table, and I can't believe it
until you guys.
Yeah, that's for me where it's like it's one of those weird pockets where like it must have slipped under the cracks. Cause like everybody talks about Mount, everybody talks about Nunica. Like when you look at the forums online, it's always those big ones. Like you don't usually find much more. You see Mackinaw's fucking their hotel up there haunted, you know, a couple of things in random other spots throughout Michigan as well.
Bro, you guys took me to Mouth and nothing happened.
Shush. Dude, that was the one fucking weird occurrence where like that just nothing happened that night. But then we went back like a couple months later when it was a little bit warmer and fucking everything happened for us. And it's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's you.
No, I still love I want to go back. That place was honestly creepy as shit.
Really
and when it goes off like a fucking bomb.
And that one too, you're like in the middle of nowhere in that one too. Mm-hmm. It's like I remember like after you guys left, like it was like I think John and I don't know who else. Oh, it was Tara. Me, John, and Tara. And like you could hear a pin drop out there, dude. It was like dead silent.
That's Montague for you. Everywhere you go out there, it's quiet.
The one time I went before that, before we all went, we were out there doing an investigation, and this group of middle-aged women come dressed up in like witch hats to do a witch photo shoot for Halloween.
Awesome.
And then they were like, "Hey, are you guys doing a photo shoot too?" And we were like, and then someone in the group was like, No, I'm a real witch. And then they were all just like,
I'm scared.
My husband isn't okay with this, and they left.
I don't remember them saying that. That's fucking hilarious.
Were you there?
I don't know if I don't think I was there for that.
I was gonna say you weren't there. This was before.
I don't remember it, but that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I know I've heard the story.
Yeah, but then they were like, our husbands aren't gonna be okay with us hanging out with real witches here. I'm like,
what the fuck? Okay.
But yeah, it's otherwise pretty quiet. Pere Cheney isn't quite like that. You can still hear like the ringing and the humming in the air.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, it's got a little bit of an echo to it. Like, it's like at least when you're in the cemetery and in the middle of town, if you get loud, you'll hear it bounce back a little bit. But like, you can distinctly tell the difference between when you're hearing things and your own fucking echoes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has a. I say it in the documentary, but a literal like electric feel out there, especially once you
feel
like,
it.
You can, and once you start engaging with the spiritual energy out there, shit changes quick.
It's intelligent too. Like that's the thing that surprised I think me the most is I didn't go up there originally thinking we were gonna catch Jack All. Like after I seen like the cemetery itself from what Tommy had shown us, I was like, what the fuck are we investigating?
Yeah, I think that was probably like the hardest thing for all of us is we get up there and it's literally a cemetery that's an open field and then woods that we, it's like,
but
okay,
then you get the history.
Yeah.
And then you start understanding like, oh, like there's a lot of desecration that happened here. Everybody was most likely put into one place. Like we don't know what really transpired because of
And then
certain events.
And then you go back and you look at the map and you look where you're standing. You're like, oh wow, where we were standing at that moment, like we were in the middle of someone's living room, possibly.
Yeah.
And then going back to like the drone shots, you can see from above.
Yeah, you can.
With the drone, the cemetery, as it is now, it's pretty clear. Like it looks like a clearing in the woods, right?
Yep.
And you can see that from above. They said that's only a quarter of what the cemetery used to be, what it is now. It used to be 4 times larger. In my brain,
and it's already pretty big.
Yeah,
like, the clearance is big,
that's the thing that kind of fucked me up too. Is if it's 4 times larger, we only saw the front corner.
Yeah, and there's also a mass grave somewhere too that they don't know where it is.
We got to give a huge shout out to Riley though. Like Riley, like scouted this shit out.
Hard.
Like, remember that app you used, or I don't know what you used to like find out like where we were able to camp and everything.
Yeah, Onyx. Yeah, because like, so fair warning to anyone that does see this video and then the documentary, if you go up there yourself and you're trying to like go to where the town was, use the app Onyx so that you can tell where the property lines are, because you don't want to end up on someone's private property, because there are people that own property of where the town used to be, but then across the 2-track from that is state land that you are allowed to be on and access. They have it all posted, so it's pretty easy to tell what's private and what isn't. But if you don't know woods well and you're just going up there, like you could easily wander onto someone's private property.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were up there, when we camped, Tommy, you were asleep. But that was actually the opener of turkey season that morning, and there were hunters literally right like 200 yards from us where we were camping on that private property turkey hunting.
Jeez.
I'm sure when they drove, like they couldn't see where we were camping. We were pretty hidden.
That reminds me when I went to Allegan when we did the Yellow Motel, we literally like were filming, and across where we were there was a hunter like in full camo, and you could hear like shotguns going off when we were filming. It was actually really sketchy.
Yeah, and well, I woke up because a turkey was literally outside of our tent, like gobbling. And then I
wait, what?
Yeah,
you're lying.
No.
And then I was like, "Oh, it's turkey season. We better get the fuck out of here."
Yep.
This was the next morning, like after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you never told me that when you knocked on my car window to say,
No,
"Hey,
he
we're
did.
leaving."
I remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that. Like there's hunters.
We
out
were
here.
all so sleep deprived and cold that nothing fucking sunk in. Because
When
I
say we
also was
slept,
like,
it was like an hour maybe. Because
Thank
we didn't get
Thank God I woke up
until like
Caleb
4 a.m.
We almost couldn't wake him up.
dude, Caleb was a fucking rock.
Shout out
How
to
that
Caleb
boy
for
slept
being
so
the
good.
very last person there.
I had to
We
pick
just
up his
left
tent
him.
and take-
We all just left him by himself in the
We
tent. in
shook
middle
the
of
fuck out of his tent, and we were like, "We're leaving."
we almost
Tried
heard him
waking him up.
Like we could not wake him up. It took us a good 20 minutes, I would say.
Imagine if the hunters found him, just this one guy in a tent.
One singular fire. One
With a half, I restoked the fire for him at least.
We should have fucking camped out there in like August.
Yeah, but nice.
Miserable.
But then the bugs would have been probably.
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say.
Well, that's
'cause
why
where
we camped there when we
was-
did, because there wouldn't have been bugs. But then it was cold.
It just was unbelievably cold though. Like it got like below the cold fucking like normal cold. Like it's like,
'Cause
hey,
that was
guess
what, April? It was in April.
it was. It should have been in the 40s at least, but nah, that bitch dipped down into the 18s.
I remember you and Riley sound like little schoolgirls in your tent. I remember that.
Well, it was fucking hard to get in those sleeping bags with 20 blankets and 13 sweatshirts on. So
yeah, and me and Trevor were so unprepared. Oh my god, we didn't
so
bring
bad.
any warm clothes. We had to go to Salvation. We had to drive.
I
all the
remember that you guys had to go get more clothes because you guys.
Yeah, we got
all the way to
coffee,
Gaylord to go to Salvation Army to find extra clothes.
Ay.
so we could be
Yo,
warm because
I
we
was
were not-
dedicated to this shit because we both were like, dude, it's gonna be a lot colder than we thought, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck.
Weren't you wearing shorts?
At first,
It was right during the day. During the day, it was like 60 degrees.
yeah,
It was
when we were
good.
bebopping around and jamming around and having fun and shit, yeah, I was fucking comfy as hell. And then we got cold, but it wasn't normal cold. It was like to the bone cold.
Mhm.
I remember when we were before we even shot this. I think it was before we shot this, or maybe after the first time, but I think it was before. I had the idea of like, okay, like, well, what if we go and shoot this and like nothing happens, dude? And
Yeah,
I
that's my
had the
goal.
idea I brought up was like, what if we just made like a mockumentary? And then all this crazy shit happened. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not a mockumentary.
Nope.
I mean, we
I
still
still
mock
would like-
you, but
I would still like to do a mockumentary at some point. That sounds like a blast.
I know a banger one I'll send to you. Tara and I watched it, and I think I sent it to Ben too. I can't think of the name right now.
Well, me, Ben, and Tommy, we had a conversation thinking that having mockumentary about Allegan would be perfect.
Yeah,
it would be.
It would be.
it's always tank top and shorts. That's the go-to.
I've done a lot in Allegan, and I think like all of you have been to Allegan for something at least, right?
Me and Trevor have gone to the World War II camp. But
And
we
you
just
guys got
never-
nothing there.
Yep.
Well, we
didn't.
film a video fully.
Yeah, like it did. It wasn't.
We were
it
covered in
wasn't-
ticks. We
yeah,
had to get
it
out of there.
wasn't like the best experience for us, and like you could just tell in like the quality of what we wanted to put out. And
Like,
it's
how many
it's
ticks
not
did you have
there.
on when you got? How many ticks did you have
3.
on you when you got? Yeah, I had like 4 on me when I got home. So
Yeah, and I was like, oh, dude, I didn't even fucking feel this to begin with. Like, if we would have stayed any longer, like we would have been fucking limed up.
I think Randy maybe got a couple, and that was about it. Like I maybe had one on my pant leg, and that was it. But
The
when
thing
we went
was,
with
it
like
wasn't-
Ben, like it was crazy.
It's not far off the path either. Like that's the thing.
No.
Is like you really only go like a couple 100 yards, and it's like, god damn, that's thick through there. Apparently,
I'm surprised none of us got ticks at Pere Cheney, right?
no, not a single one.
What are you talking about? It was like 20 degrees.
someone did. Someone got a tick. I remember. Someone got a tick. I remember a text in the group saying,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
"We don't name names."
Season assist. That's the other fun thing about the group chat that people aren't gonna understand is like we've just been sending each other cease and desist letters for a long time now. Where it's like, hey, I don't like
Also-
cut of what you're talking about.
Tommy
chat
still
for
owes me an apology.
No, I don't.
I'm about to start
Fuck you.
sending gag orders. Like, you can't talk about this until you apologize to me.
Remember
will
what
say
you said
this
on
is
the live stream?
the-
Cease and desist.
The group chat for this documentary has been a blast too.
It has been.
Yeah, and then
Like I
there's
said,
only-
we've had 3 different group chats in a span of like 3 or 4 years for this. Like it's crazy. I almost died. How did you die? What do you mean you almost died?
Who apologies? We used her as bait. Like,
From
that
freezing
might
to
work.
death? Like what do you mean? Or like on the way back, like when I was like passing out while driving.
You shouldn't do that.
The second one's worse.
Oh, she's talking about
Allegan.
Allegan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Allegan. Yeah, I can understand that one. But I guess like passing out while I'm driving and she's a passenger, that's a little dangerous too.
A little bad. A little sleep deprived mustache boy.
I think that was fun too. I remember like the first time when Tara and I went up there too. The drive there was really fun, and
When
like
you guys
all the
picked me
hype
up.
building up to like never being there, and then like coming up to it and trying to find it. Like we had issues, but then finally getting there was like this. It just like you hit a brick wall and you're like, holy shit, I'm here.
Yeah, it is. It is strange getting up there because if you go the wrong, if you take one road to get there, it brings you to a gate and you can't go any further. And then you gotta try to figure out which seasonal road to go down to actually get there. 'Cause it's not.
See, I don't
Couple of
know
them
how
around
you
me.
guys have had such an issue finding the place or figuring out where to go. Because literally, you look on the map and you just click in Pere Cheney, and like any map or like Google, Apple, any of them will take you directly to it.
You gotta
Listen.
understand, Bree. Tara and Tommy are city folks.
True.
Oh, let's not forget what we
Okay,
learned.
well, Tara is a
Then
city
he
hours.
lost for like a whole fucking hour and couldn't find her campsite after he went to get gas.
Ben got lost for like 3 fucking hours. What do you mean?
That's true. Not just an hour, for like 3 fucking hours.
I just remember
We thought he
we're like,
died. Like
That's the
talking
same
about
fault.
someone
He
dying.
couldn't
We thought
find
Ben
it.
died.
yeah.
I warned you when
remember-
you wanted me to get all the snacks at the gas station. I'm like, me?
I knew it was gonna happen.
We were standing on the dirt road, like, where the fuck are you?
It only works if I'm on the same road as you. If I'm
Well, you
2 roads
figured
over,
that
I can't
out.
see you going like this.
Yeah, I mean, me doing this in the dark isn't gonna do shit. We knew that.
Another crazy thing that people don't know is like from the beginning till the end, and some people in this group still fuck it up, is how we pronounce the name of the town.
Oh,
that
I
was like
still
the
fuck it up.
biggest thing, right?
Oh
Yes. I still say it wrong. I've
No.
been probably saying it wrong the whole time.
I
Like-
said Pere Cheney. That's not right.
So when we first I thought it was like Pere Cheney or something. That's what a lot
Yeah,
of us
Pere
thought.
Cheney. Yeah.
And then we went to the historical society, and I think we asked her, and she was like, "It's Pere Cheney."
Yeah.
So that's what we went by.
told you that
So
before, and then you said no. So then you had some of us convinced that
We
were
all
wrong.
convinced ourselves of whatever the fuck it was, and we said it what it
when
was.
when editing came about, like I was talking to this with Ben, it was like he had to edit around the way some of us pronounce the name.
Tommy was the worst offender, but there was times in the same sentence you
Wait,
pronounced
what?
it 5 different ways.
I was a worse offender.
Yeah. There was one funny moment where so minor spoiler, but like there was an EVP or a voice on like the Phasma box saying Pere Cheney, and then we all reacted like, did that say Pere Cheney? Caleb, who's holding the camera, so he's talking over everyone. He's like, that said Pere. Wait, what was it? Pere. Wait, guys, it said Pere. And then we all look at each other. And Ryler's like, Shanae, no, Sheeny, wait.
Shanae.
And it just
I
like
remember
there's so
that.
much momentum, and I just like cut it right before. I'm like,
Fuck.
seriously.
We couldn't even repeat it when the ghost said it right.
Yeah.
to us.
What?
The ghost like Pere Cheney. And we're like, it said, wait,
What?
Wait, what?
Say it again.
I
So
think
yeah,
that's
that was like the
what
biggest
call it.
controversy throughout the doc was how do you pronounce the fucking name of the town?
Listen, words are fucking hard.
oh, just Tommy, do you want to tell him how you can't pronounce the
No, we're not going there. We're not
The
going there.
ver-
I
I
still
wrote
don't
this.
believe this.
I wrote the script for the voiceovers, and I had it even split 50-50.
Oh,
but
God.
the reason I'm in there more than him doing the voiceovers is because every time he says diphtheria, he sounded like a 2-year-old learning how to speak.
I still got to hear these again because I'm pretty sure I pronounced it right.
One
Or-
time he said like dopatheria.
No, I did not. There's no way.
I'm like,
So,
I'm
with
like, I
that all
can't
being
even.
said-
There's no way I said it like that.
Or Tara, this is my witch board. I made this.
I think we had the most like
He
outtakes
did
out of
that like
anyone.
20 times, and it was
And it-
serious. I was
and it-
crying.
Someone asked it during the EVP session. I think it was Bree. Did you die of diphtheria? And then Caleb was like, "Yeah." Did you die of the sickness of the plague? Like he couldn't remember the name, so he was just talking.
I got it right. Fuck.
Yeah, I guess we'll give Tara the award of the most outtakes in the entire documentary.
It
With
was
the witch
incredible.
board.
That had us dying
Oh,
around the
God.
fire, though. That was
I
so
was I was literally crying.
Can we
by,
please, like, if we do the extended cut, can we make like a blooper reel at the end too of like some of these?
Or-
Yeah,
or
I
should we
think
just do the raw
most of
tape?
it's just gonna be of Tara of doing. Okay, so yeah, this is the witch board I made.
and then all of us cackling.
Yeah, then there was times where she would say it right, and we would all just start
We go-
dying laughing.
Do you think like us laughing at her when she does it right causes like insecurities to even make her little speech impediments worse for the future, so she can never heal herself?
Yeah,
Because
100%.
She has like PTSD from us laughing at her.
We're sorry. We love you.
I think that was one of my highlights. I was literally in tears. It was the funniest.
And honestly, you should be excited for this documentary because it is absolutely amazing. And like, that's not even me saying because I'm part of it or anything like that.
We
like,
might be biased, but
this is
It is like the longest, I guess, project that we've all worked on before.
100% has been.
So it's a pretty big deal.
Well, and like to have it like so fluent throughout so many different investigations and different, I guess, locations is probably a good way of saying that. It really, like you guys said earlier, it came together so fucking good.
Yeah.
It tells a genuine story.
I think there's
it
witchcraft. It
tells-
doesn't feel like any longer than 45 minutes, but it's an hour and 20.
Yeah, but the pacing is so good. Like, as soon as you want something new to pop up, like it
It's
dives
there.
into a new part of the story. Or
Everything
it goes
is like
to
so
us making a discovery that changes the whole course of what we thought we knew about it. And
If you're going into this thinking it's a typical YouTube video, it's
No.
100% not.
Mm-mm.
It feels like a genuine documentary.
yes,
Oh, because it is.
Because it is a genuine.
Yeah, it diverts from
Well,
what we're
we got
all used
people
to
on,
making.
like we've gotten comments and be like, "Where's the link for the YouTube video for this?" And I'm like, "Bro, it ain't a YouTube video. It's a documentary." So
Sit down at night, get some popcorn, watch it.
Watch
yeah.
this shit.
I literally had to make a post saying that like this is exclusively on ParaFlixx as a documentary. It's not going to be on YouTube, never will be. However, we're in the works of trying to get this on other streaming platforms as well. We're looking at Tubi, hopefully. I know Ben has submitted it to a couple film festivals as well, so be on the lookout for that as well.
yeah. Be on the lookout for all of the awards we're about to win.
Fuck yeah.
We
We'll be
did
lucky,
sign
I guess, if we get
actual
it on,
agreement with Tom the Turkey that he gets all trophies.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
rightfully
does
deserved.
anybody want to explain about Tom the Turkey? Because like
The
we
unit
actually
that is.
credited this turkey in the ending credits.
It's hard. It's hard to credit.
It's hard
why.
without spoiling the big discovery.
Well, we
but-
I guess that I didn't think about it that way.
We
But we
found
did
out
credit a
part.
turkey though in the ending credit.
That
Yeah,
has to
and-
do with discovery.
It's because of an animal rescue that the owner of the animal rescue,
Is a saint.
she was a huge part of the paranormal discovery, and she
Mhm.
happened to have a turkey whose name was
His name
Tom
was
the
Tom.
Turkey.
He was a little frustrated.
That turkey, though, I'm not joking, was the size of a diesel truck. If you, that motherfucker was huge.
We should have at least included like one little clip of him just somewhere.
Honestly, you should have.
Yeah,
Him
if
fucking angry.
you didn't propose to Tara, that would have been like the post-credit scene.
Okay, well you just that
You
can't
cuddling
announce
Tom.
that. It like
Huh?
that's like a okay, whatever.
Like at
It
the
was-
end, the
Okay.
credits like in honor of Tom the Turkey, and then it's just like
A
Well,
picture.
this is another thing for the extended cut.
yeah
I
for the
guess.
extended cut. But I guess that's another spoiler. Is like Tommy does propose at the end, and like you won't believe how Tara responds. Like you have to
Oh
just
God.
Gobble gobble.
see. Does she say yes? Does she not say yes? The answer
Ooh.
isn't what you think.
You should have
We
posted
can make a
that
poll.
that little reel thing that you said at the end.
Spoiler, I didn't say yes.
She didn't. She didn't.
More
Oh
like
my
this
God.
motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
Okay, so on a scale, everyone on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you rate the doc?
10.
Ooh.
Not even being biased at all. Like I absolutely, I
Being the
honestly I've
worst or
watched
being the
it
best?
6 times.
10 being the best.
Okay.
I
would
watched
say-
it 3 times in a row to
Agreed.
really make sure I loved it, and I did.
That's
Yeah,
more
I've
than
watched
me.
it
I
3
watched it
times.
once after I finished it.
Yep.
And I thought
I
it
did
was
the
pretty
same
good.
as Rye. I feel.
I
Well, you
literally
also
watched it
edited
3
it, too, so
times
you're
back
probably
to
like
back.
tired of watching the same shit over and over and over.
I just
I
wanted to make
couldn't-
sure I didn't miss anything. and
Yeah,
that
I couldn't poke any flaws in it. There was nothing that I wanted, like that I could even like come back to you with where it's like, I have a little gripe about this, maybe. No. Everything is so cleanly edited, and everything that is like said is so proper and so well put out there and put forth that it's like, this is by far some of the best work that I personally have seen.
Yeah, and I'm honestly like so honored to work with this group and creating this project, and how we all collaborated together to work towards the same goal to get this documentary. And it's like it's a shout out to all of our hard work, and like to see the documentary fully come to life. Like all of our visions were aligned for the same thing the entire time. Like none of it was like for personal gain or anything. It was like a collective as a team. And like, you know, we all get our own individual credits and collaborative credits in the documentary, but I think what we were able to prove historically to remain that historic accuracy throughout the film, and the way it relates with our paranormal investigation and how it all ties it in together, is I think what makes this documentary so awesome. Like we all have such great chemistry together, and
history.
And we have great history together too. Like I know we haven't collabed with Ben, Angela, and Bree like on a YouTube video yet, but we have collabed with Tommy on a couple different ones. And like we already knew that that was going to work out really well. But then to see all of our groups come together and create a project like this was just like amazing. Honestly.
And it's full of smiles and laughs and memories that I'm never gonna forget the entire time. Because like not only like Riley said, like it was genuinely some of the best investigating that I felt that we've been able to be a part of and personally been a part of, but like also like that was some of the most fun that I just have had, getting out and getting together with the crew and just like let's make something. Like we're all creative people, like let's see what we can all come up with as a collective. And what it all came out to be was way more than I ever thought, because goddamn, everybody's such a bright, radiant character. It's like, this is beautiful.
If you want the best Michigan paranormal teams, it's right here. Hands down.
Facts.
Hands down.
Facts. I do have one story that didn't make the doc, and I know Tommy, you'll remember this because you were with me. Tara probably will too. But it was when me, you, and Tara were in the town, and you didn't tell anyone you had the Aztec death whistle on you.
Oh God.
And you freaking blew that thing so loud, and there was people like camping behind us somewhere, and we just heard them scream.
Holy shit. I forgot about that. Did we film that part or no?
I don't think it made it. I don't think we filmed it at all.
Damn.
But I just remember that happening, and it was so funny. Like we were all dying laughing.
I totally forgot about that. That was a really funny moment. I guess another thing too was speaking of like the Aztec death whistle, we actually like used this. I had this idea, and I bought it specifically for the documentary. We had this train whistle.
Yep. I remember playing with it.
And we actually, because we like, I remember like, okay, so I'm gonna go back a little further, but so I got this train whistle, and I said, hey guys, let's use this as like a trigger item or object to use, because you know, like the big part of the history in the town was the train tracks and the trains that ran through there. So we go out there and we like blow this train whistle. It's like those little kid ones that are like made out of wood.
Yeah, where it's fucking carved out in 4 spots.
We blow this thing. Like I remember we first tried it at the tracks, correct? Was it at the tracks first? And like nothing really happened.
Yep.
But then at the cemetery, we do it again. And I shit you not, we're doing an EVP and we blow it, and then we're listening, nothing. We play it back, and then in the recording, you can hear the train whistle blow back. But when we went to edit it, it's just not there.
Dude, that's the other thing, is certain speakers pick up frequencies different, because me and Riley had that exact same fucking thing happen to us too. We were listening to an EVP on our phone, or not on the phone, on the recorder, and it's 100% there. We hear it without a doubt.
And it's with the so we investigated Electric Forest a long time ago.
Double J.
And we caught a chair moving. Like you could hear it slide across the floor, like if you listen to the video on your phone, you can't hear it. But if you listen to it on speakers that have bass and
Yeah, like a subwoofer.
a subwoofer, you can hear it really well.
It's
so
crazy.
weird how that shit works. Like it makes no sense.
It's
and there's
because
another
it
scene.
hurt.
One of the
I
best.
had you, Tommy, record it on your like afterwards too. I'm like, you need to find the spot. Here's the
Yeah,
time
I had
code.
to dig to find them on my recorders, and I finally found it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not hearing this.
You didn't even hear it with your ears playing back
No.
the recorder.
Do you think it could have been an audible EVP happening as you were playing it back too? Like where
It
we
could
all
have been.
heard it and thought it was?
We know we all heard it.
I know that's the thing that trips me out, where it's like, because I would have thought it was on the recorder too, but what if it wasn't?
We had a genuine interaction with
after
these
the
child
night.
spirits. Like there was this big scene that like we didn't even use like half of it because we captured all these fucking EVPs. But then when we went back and I looked for them, you can't hear any of them. It was the craziest fucking thing.
And it's super crazy you say that, because in the documentary, we have like 3 or 4 disembodied voices that we, like whoever was in that group, you know, when it happened, heard them with their actual ears. And I think it was you, Angela, you were wearing those headphones at the time and you heard it probably louder than anyone. It probably sounded like it was like
Make
right
out
in your
the
ear.
words, but I could hear something talking.
So like we
And
actually
still,
captured crazy stuff.
within the documentary, there are some of the most banger EVPs
Yeah.
ever in
It's-
this shit.
It's just so weird because you have 2 extremes and nothing in the middle. You have either you catch an EVP, 12 people present heard it, and it's literally not on the recorder when you go back to play it back, or the clearest EVP you have ever heard in your life. No in between.
Right.
Yeah.
Or soft spoiler, without giving too much away, we try a whole new method that none of us have ever fucking tried, and it almost fucking right off the rip worked, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
I think
Are you talking about the D?
You.
Yeah, the D. You know what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
I was trying to think what we were talking about. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
you know what I'm talking about. As cryptic as that is, but you know what I'm talking about.
100%. Exactly.
The D, what are you guys talking about?
It was so. I won't give it away. It was an idea I got from a movie series or like a mini series.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
Okay, good, because I was like, I don't know where else to go with this. If I do like the motion of what you would do with it, it looks just as bad. And that's more of an inside joke.
What do you?
Oh, see, now you get
I
it.
realize.
Now
Yeah,
you get it.
It took you that long to get it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Ow, cat! Don't bite me.
Alrighty. Well, I do think this is a good point to wrap it up.
Once again, I want to say shout out to Caleb, our cameraman wasn't present tonight. Tara, who is actually in the chat.
Woo! #1 Canadian.
And that's it, right? Is that everyone that's in the doc? Well, within the group. That
Yeah,
is.
within the
I forget
investigation.
the professor's name. What was the professor's name? I forget.
No, we're talking about like our group, like that was like.
We
us.
did not. Yeah, so we did not shout everybody out yet, though. That's true.
Should we list the whole credits?
No, not the whole. We already basically like just the last lady that we didn't name.
Valerie.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, shout out to Valerie. She's another one that we interviewed as well.
Mhm.
And then we already said Gail, so like, yeah, I guess we
pretty
kind
much
of announced
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah.
But
This was fun.
this was awesome. We got to get out some awesome stories. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed tuning in and hearing a
Our
little
little
bit
rants.
behind the scenes and the humor that we've had the entire time that we did the filming and throughout the group chats and everything.
Yeah, peel back the veil just a little bit.
We're honestly, like, the documentary, I think, made us even closer friends than what we all already were, which is freaking awesome. We will
Maybe a little
definitely
too close.
be working on- yeah. A little too close, yeah, maybe. But yeah, like Tara's saying here, this is just the first of many collabs. You will see more documentaries from all of us in the future. And with that being said, we want you to remember, keep your ears and eyes open, where it really goes.
Bump.
Bump.
Peace, everybody.
Love you guys. Thanks, everybody. Mwah.
Deuces.